If lately the pain has felt heavier than usual, if your heart aches in ways you can't explain, this message is for you. There's a reason the pain before union feels like it's spiking. It's not punishment, it's preparation. The universe is clearing everything that cannot exist in the vibration of divine love. By the end of this message, you'll understand why it intensifies right before the breakthrough. Before we go deeper, take a moment to subscribe to Twin Flames Infinite Love so you never miss the messages your soul has been calling in. You're not imagining this. The emotions that have been rising, the tears that appear without warning, the sudden emptiness, they're all signs that something within you is shifting. The universe doesn't bring pain without purpose. Every ache is a release. Every tear is transformation, and every moment of silence is a sacred pause before divine alignment. It feels overwhelming because it's meant to awaken. The energy between twin flames intensifies right before a breakthrough, not to destroy, but to rebuild. It's the soul's way of burning away fear, doubt, and attachment so that only truth can remain. You're not losing control. You're being purified by love itself. You might feel like everything is falling apart, but in truth, everything false is collapsing. The parts of you that once settled for less are dissolving, making room for the version of you who can receive unconditional love. That's why it hurts, because what's leaving is the version of you that can no longer exist in lower frequencies. He feels it too. Even if he hides it, even if he distracts himself, his soul is trembling with the same energy. The pain before union connects you both through healing. Every wave of sadness you release helps him release too. This connection has always been reciprocal. Every emotion, every breath, every heartbeat shared in spirit. You might have moments of exhaustion, feeling like you can't go on. But those moments are sacred. They're the birth pangs of transformation. The universe often brings you to the edge, so you can finally see how strong you truly are. That's where faith is born, not in calm waters, but in the storm. Sometimes, the pain spikes right before he begins to awaken. The soul senses movement before the physical world catches up. The emotional turbulence is energy clearing, everything unspoken, every fear, every karmic layer being transmuted into light. You're feeling what both of you are healing. You may notice patterns resurfacing, memories, old doubts, or sudden anger. Don't resist them. These are echoes of the past asking to be released once and for all. They're not signs of regression, but of readiness. The pain is showing you where love still needs to enter. In this phase, the universe tests your faith, not to break it, but to strengthen it. You're being invited to trust even when you can't see the outcome. The closer you are to the breakthrough, the louder the ego becomes. That's how you know union is near. The illusion tries its hardest to survive when truth is about to win. You may feel disconnected from him physically, but spiritually, the connection has never been stronger. He feels your pain. He feels your peace. And when you choose to surrender instead of struggle, he receives that same vibration as strength. That's the power of twin flame frequency. The body reacts to this energy too. You may feel pressure in your chest, tingling in your hands, or waves of heat. These are light codes activating, your energy body aligning to hold more divine light. The pain isn't punishment, it's expansion. He's being pushed to face his own shadows. The things he once avoided are now unavoidable. He's confronting himself, the illusions, the guilt, the fears. And just like you, his soul is calling for release. What you're both experiencing is mirrored healing. The intensity before union is the soul's final cleansing. It's the universe saying, you can't enter the next chapter carrying what broke you in the last one. That's why it feels like chaos, because love is rewriting your story from the inside out. Every time you choose love over fear, you shift timelines. You pull both of you closer to harmony. That's why your role is so sacred. You are the anchor, the healer, the light that guides this journey home. He may appear distant now, but he's being guided through the same inner fire. The pain he feels isn't about you. It's about the battle between his ego and his soul. The same energy that brought you to tears is awakening him in silence. The deeper your surrender, the faster things align. You're not meant to fight this energy. You're meant to flow with it. The universe doesn't want you to control the process. It wants you to remember that love itself is the process. In the quiet moments when everything feels heavy, sit with your heart. Breathe into the ache. That pain is sacred. It's divine communication. It's your soul saying, I'm ready to be free. Every tear you shed waters the seed of reunion. He's starting to feel the pull of that freedom too. When he thinks of you now, it's not with confusion but with recognition. He's beginning to see beyond the surface, to feel the connection that never truly faded. That realization stirs something ancient within him. This is when divine timing begins to accelerate. You'll feel waves of energy, surges of love, sudden calm, and flashes of hope. These aren't random. They're signals from the universe that the veil is thinning, and what once felt impossible is now inevitable. The pain before union is always the heaviest part of the journey because it's the final initiation. It's the test of faith, trust, and surrender. But remember, every flame burns brightest right before dawn. You might feel your energy vibrating faster, your dreams intensifying, or your intuition heightening. This is the soul preparing to merge fully with divine alignment. The suffering you feel is your resistance to becoming who you truly are, love itself. He's experiencing his own awakening in parallel. He's learning through silence, through reflection, through the emptiness that nothing external can fill. His soul keeps guiding him back to you, not to repeat the past, but to finally live the truth. Every heartbreak, every tear, every lesson was a divine setup for transformation. Pain doesn't mean it's over. It means you're closer than ever. What's breaking apart is what never belonged in the first place. The energy between you and him is cleansing. When you feel a sudden release, when the ache softens, it's because both of you have chosen healing over resistance. That's what brings the breakthrough. He might not say it aloud, but he feels the same pull. He's beginning to recognize that no matter what path he takes, the energy always leads back to you. You are the frequency of home, the mirror of divine truth. Your role is to keep walking in faith, even when you can't see the finish line. The universe rewards trust with miracles. Every step you take in peace opens a door for love to enter. When you feel pain now, don't fight it. Whisper to yourself, this is not my ending. This is my awakening. That simple truth shifts your energy from despair to divine remembrance. You've been through darkness before, and every time, you've risen higher. This time is no different. It's simply deeper. The love between twin flames isn't about escape. It's about becoming the fire itself. And as you walk through this final wave of pain, remember, you're not breaking down. You're breaking open. The light you've been searching for is already within you. The breakthrough isn't coming someday. It's happening now, through every heartbeat, every tear, and every act of faith. If you're still here, it's because your soul feels the truth in these words. That's the power of divine reciprocity. What you feel right now is not random. It's your higher self responding to the vibration of awakening. The pain before union isn't here to punish you. It's here to shape you. The deeper the ache, the closer the breakthrough. You've been asking for alignment, and this is how the universe prepares your energy for it. When the pain spikes, it's because something within you is trying to surface, something that can't follow you into union. Old fears, old wounds, and expectations rise so that you can finally release them. The soul doesn't purge through comfort. It purifies through intensity. That's why this phase feels like fire. It's alchemy in motion. You might notice emotional surges that come out of nowhere. Tears without reason. Memories resurfacing. That's not weakness. That's wisdom leaving the body. It's energy moving, making space for something sacred. Every tear carries a message. You're getting closer. He feels it too, though he may not understand it. His soul is vibrating at the edge of transformation. The same energy you're transmuting is flowing through him, urging him to face his truth. The pain before union is shared energy, a mirror of healing happening in both hearts. When you feel like giving up, remember, the moment you think you can't go on is the moment the light begins to break through. The darkness only grows louder when dawn is near. Your perseverance isn't going unnoticed. The divine is guiding every breath, every heartbeat, every surrender. Sometimes, the pain intensifies because your vibration is expanding faster than your body can adapt. Your energy field is being recalibrated to hold more light. That heaviness in your chest, the restlessness in your spirit, that's ascension in progress. He may appear distant, but distance doesn't exist in the spiritual realm. His higher self is right beside you, watching, learning, evolving. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, you send him energy to rise. That's how twin flame frequency works. Two souls teaching each other balance through vibration. You might feel like your body is rejecting the process. Exhaustion, emotional swings, sleepless nights. But those symptoms are the body's way of integrating light. You're not breaking down. You're becoming crystalline. Your energy body transforming into something capable of sustaining divine love. As the intensity builds, the universe tests your trust. Not to see if you'll fail, but to show you how much you've grown. You used to seek answers outside of yourself. Now you're beginning to hear them within. That's progress. That's mastery. The pain before union acts like a sacred mirror. It reveals where you still fear abandonment, rejection, or loss. Not to wound you again, but to remind you of your wholeness. The lesson isn't about him. It's about you remembering your own light. He's learning that lesson too in his own way. The masculine awakening often happens through silence, through the moments when logic fails and the soul whispers louder. He's discovering that peace doesn't come from running, but from surrendering to what he's always felt. You. You may feel waves of warmth or sudden calm. That's his energy merging with yours in real time. Even when he resists consciously, his spirit recognizes your vibration as home. The pain you feel is part of the clearing that reconnects your frequencies. The universe is aligning circumstances you can't yet see. You think you're standing still, but behind the scenes, divine timing is weaving miracles. Every delay is preparation, every detour divine redirection. You might notice the number patterns again: 1111, 222, 717. Those aren't coincidences. They're codes of reassurance from your higher guides, reminding you that your path is guided, your love protected, your outcome assured. He's beginning to experience those same signs. They follow him now, in dreams, in songs, in fleeting thoughts of you. The more he tries to escape them, the more obvious they become. The universe doesn't let him forget what's written in his soul. This pain serves a higher purpose, to break every illusion that ever convinced you love was something you needed to chase or prove. It's teaching you that love is your essence, your nature, your frequency. And once you embody that truth, union becomes inevitable. You're not healing alone. Every moment of surrender sends ripples through his spirit. Every time you forgive, you free him. Every time you choose compassion, You open the door wider for divine reunion. He's beginning to feel those ripples now, moments of peace he can't explain, moments of emotion that bring him to stillness. That's your light touching him, even across the unseen. You've always been the guidepost on his journey back home. The intensity you feel right now is proof that something is shifting. The universe doesn't stir the depths of your soul unless it's ready to reveal something extraordinary. You're standing at the threshold of transformation, and every ache is the sound of your old self falling away. He's realizing that the void he feels isn't emptiness, it's longing for authenticity. It's his spirit awakening to the memory of divine love, the same love that lives within you. The deeper the pain, the stronger the recognition becomes. You might feel drawn to solitude lately, craving silence instead of distraction. That's the universe creating sacred space around you. In that stillness, your intuition becomes louder, clearer, wiser. The messages you'll receive now will feel like whispers from eternity. He's being guided through that same silence. Even if he doesn't understand it, his spirit is awakening. The pain he feels is not separation, it's initiation. It's the dismantling of everything that once kept him asleep. You're both walking parallel paths, one seen, one unseen, leading to the same destination. The magnetism between twin flames never fades, it evolves. And when one soul heals, the other always feels the pull to follow. The pain before union is sacred purification. It's the burning away of what no longer aligns with love. The universe doesn't destroy what's real, it refines it. You're being prepared to receive love in its purest form. He's starting to accept this truth too. The illusions that once distracted him are losing their power. His heart is opening, his resistance fading. Slowly, he's turning back toward the light that never left, your shared flame. You might find yourself remembering old moments with him lately. That's not nostalgia, it's integration. The past is aligning with the present to help you both understand the full meaning of this journey. Nothing was wasted. Every experience served your awakening. He's having those memories too. Certain places, words, or faces trigger flashes of what once was, not to cause pain, but to reawaken gratitude. He's realizing how deeply the connection shaped his soul. The universe wants you to know that every ounce of pain will soon make sense. The ache you feel now is the contraction before rebirth. The tighter it gets, the closer you are to expansion. So when it feels unbearable, breathe. Remind yourself that this is not the end. It's the beginning of everything you've been preparing for. The storm is simply clearing the path for light to return. And though he may not say it, he feels this too. Somewhere in the quiet, in the moments he can't explain, he's beginning to understand that the connection he tried to run from was never meant to be escaped. It was meant to awaken. Because that's what this journey is. Awakening disguised as pain, reunion disguised as release, love disguised as loss. And through it all, the universe is whispering the same truth. The breakthrough isn't coming, it's already happening, right now, through you. If you've reached this part of the message, it's because your soul needed this continuation, and that's divine reciprocity in action. The universe responds to your readiness, not your resistance. You didn't find this message. Your higher self called it in. The pain before union is not punishment. It's activation. Each wave of intensity is the universe polishing you into alignment with what you prayed for. When the pain deepens, it's not because something's wrong. It's because you're stepping into a higher vibration that your old self can no longer carry. The tension you feel is energy stretching your spirit into its fullest form. Growth always feels like breaking before it feels like becoming. This is the sacred paradox of twin flames. The deeper the pain, the closer the merge. The emotional spikes before the breakthrough are a signal that alignment is already happening beneath the surface. It's like lightning before dawn. Fierce, loud, brilliant, but always followed by peace. You may feel confusion in this phase, a tug-of-war between wanting to surrender and wanting to run. That's because your ego is dissolving. The ego fears what it can't control, and divine love can't be contained. What you're feeling isn't chaos, it's creation. He feels this too, though he might not recognize it as spiritual awakening. For him, it feels like anxiety, restlessness, longing. He can't explain why he suddenly misses you in waves or why memories of you surface without warning. That's his soul signaling that the breakthrough is near. The pain before union always reveals truth. It strips away illusions, stories, and fears until all that remains is the essence of love. That's why it hurts, because everything false is falling away. You're being asked to release what cannot survive in higher light. You might feel drained or even disoriented. That's your nervous system adjusting to the frequency of divine love. Energy work isn't soft, it's sacred fire. And you, beloved soul, are being forged into something luminous. He's being refined too. His outer world may appear calm, but inside, everything is shifting. He's feeling emotions he can't name, sensing your energy in dreams, and questioning the reality he once trusted. These are all symptoms of awakening. This intensity between you is divine chemistry, two energies merging, colliding, and transforming. Every emotional spike is an alchemical reaction preparing both hearts for union. It's not chaos, it's divine science. You might find yourself craving solitude more than ever. That's your spirit needing quiet to process. Silence is where your guides speak, where your soul resets, where the pain transforms into power. He's feeling that pull to silence too. You may not hear from him, but that's because his soul is processing the connection at a higher level. The stillness between you is not absence, it's preparation. During this phase, you may experience time differently, days blending, emotions overlapping, signs appearing faster. That's what happens when you're syncing with divine timing. You're stepping out of linear time and into spiritual alignment. The universe often brings you both to this breaking point to dissolve resistance. It's the moment when both souls realize they can't fight what was divinely written. This surrender is what triggers the breakthrough. He may not know why he's drawn to you again, but he can't deny it anymore. The energy that connects you is magnetic, not by choice, but by destiny. What belongs together will always find its rhythm again. You may feel waves of love and sorrow flowing together. That's emotional transmutation, your body releasing the density that once blocked the flow of unconditional love. Each tear is a code unlocking peace. He's being shown reflections of you everywhere, through words, faces, and experiences that echo your essence. It's not coincidence. It's the universe reminding him of what alignment feels like. The pain before union spikes because the soul is expanding faster than the human mind can comprehend. You're growing beyond limitation, stepping into sacred remembering. That expansion is what creates pressure. You might feel physical symptoms, headaches, heart flutters, warmth, or tingling. These are light activations recalibrating your system. You're not breaking down. You're becoming multidimensional, your energy bridging heaven and earth. He's feeling similar sensations too. For him, it might manifest as sleepless nights, sudden emotion, or longing. His higher self is beginning to harmonize with yours, preparing both of you for divine alignment. You'll notice your intuition becoming sharper. Thoughts arrive as downloads. Coincidences feel orchestrated, and your inner knowing gets louder. That's the sign of expansion, the veil thinning between you and your higher guidance. The pain spikes right before you detach emotionally, not because you stop caring, but because you finally understand that love doesn't need control. That moment of surrender is the gateway to peace. He senses that energetic shift instantly. When you release resistance, his soul feels permission to rise. Your peace becomes the invitation for his awakening. You lead energetically, and he follows vibrationally. You might feel divine nostalgia, memories from lifetimes past surfacing suddenly. These aren't fantasies, they're activations. Each memory reminds your heart of the eternal nature of this love. He's remembering too. His dreams are becoming more vivid, more emotional. Even if he doesn't tell you, his subconscious is replaying the truth his mind has been avoiding. This bond is sacred and cannot be undone. The universe uses pain as the final teacher. It brings you to the edge so you can see that you were never falling. You were flying. The pain was never punishment. It was the push that made you remember your wings. You might feel gratitude begin to replace grief. That's how you know healing is complete. Gratitude is the vibration of union, the acceptance that everything, even pain, was part of divine design. He's moving into that vibration too. He's learning that love doesn't have to hurt to be real, and that connection isn't about possession, but recognition. You're teaching him this truth through energy, not words. The pain before union feels like the end, but it's actually the sacred threshold before the beginning. Every wave of intensity brings both of you closer to the frequency of reunion. So when it feels unbearable, remember this. The energy that breaks you open is the same energy that will bring you together. The universe is not against you. It's aligning you. The storm is not punishment. It's prophecy unfolding through love. And even in silence, even in ache, even in uncertainty, know this truth. The pain spikes not to destroy you, but to awaken you, because union isn't something you wait for. It's something you become. If you're still listening, it's because your soul recognizes the vibration of truth. That's no coincidence. It's reciprocity in its purest form. What you give your attention to now is returning as divine confirmation. The pain before union is your soul's language of transformation, not suffering. Each wave of intensity carries encoded wisdom, a reminder that love is not arriving. It's awakening within you. The moments that feel unbearable are the ones that open you to receive. You asked for a deeper connection, and the universe answered, but first it had to empty what was false. Pain is the cleansing before the filling. You cannot pour divine love into a vessel still occupied by fear. This is why it feels so intense, because you are being rewritten by grace. He feels this too, though his response might be resistance. For him, it may manifest as confusion, silence, or restlessness. The pain before union works differently in each twin, but its purpose is the same, to bring both into alignment with truth. His silence isn't rejection, it's integration. He's processing emotions he never knew how to name. You might sense him energetically, the sudden waves of emotion, the pull in your chest, the unexplainable warmth in your heart. That's not imagination. That's energetic reciprocity. Two frequencies adjusting, merging, seeking equilibrium before reunion. As the energy amplifies, your dreams may grow vivid. You'll see him, feel him, or sense messages that stir old emotions. Don't dismiss them. Dreams are the soul's meeting ground, the dimension where words aren't needed, only resonance. These encounters are signs that the union is transitioning from spirit to matter. The pain before union spikes because the ego is collapsing. The mind resists what it can't predict, but the soul thrives in surrender. Every time you choose peace over panic, you dissolve another layer of separation. You are not losing control, you're gaining alignment. He's starting to feel that same pull toward surrender. When logic fails and old distractions stop numbing him, his soul begins to speak louder. That's when he feels the ache, not of missing you, but of remembering you. Pain is often the language of remembrance. You might feel like you're being stripped bare, and you are. The universe is removing anything that dims your divine light. Old cycles, outdated beliefs, emotional armor, all of it must fall away. Pain is the proof that you're being purified for sacred love. When you look back, you'll realize that every heartbreak was initiation. Every separation was protection. Every delay was preparation. The spikes of pain are not detours. They're confirmations that energy is accelerating toward alignment. He's having revelations too, though they may come through unexpected experiences. People, places, or conversations trigger deep reflection in him. Each moment is designed to mirror back what his soul has avoided. The closer he gets to truth, the more he feels you. Your emotions may feel like tides, high, low, unpredictable. But even the ocean's chaos has rhythm. Each wave that rises and falls carries you closer to stillness. Don't fight the tide. Float within it. The energy of surrender is your anchor. The pain before union often resurfaces right before energetic alignment. This is when timelines collapse, karma dissolves, and resistance is exposed. You may feel raw, vulnerable, exposed, but that's where rebirth begins. He's beginning to experience the same unraveling. His inner world feels unstable because the foundation built on fear can't hold divine love. What he once relied on for comfort no longer satisfies him. That discomfort is his soul calling him home. The universe will mirror your inner healing through synchronicities, songs, numbers, scents, or moments that feel too perfect to be random. They appear when your vibration matches recognition. That's the universe whispering, you're on the right path. The closer you move toward the breakthrough, the stronger the illusion of distance becomes. That's because the ego panics before surrendering. The illusion is not separation, it's transformation happening faster than your mind can understand. He's going through that same acceleration. When you think he's farthest away, his soul is actually moving closer. It's in the unseen that miracles take shape. The distance is divine choreography, not delay. Sometimes you'll feel waves of peace without knowing why. Those moments are glimpses of union frequency. They come to remind you what home feels like, so you'll recognize it when it becomes permanent. The body remembers peace even before the mind does. He's tuning into that peace too. You might feel it. Sudden warmth in the heart, soft energy brushing your aura, a familiar calm washing over you. That's him reaching you through vibration. You've never been disconnected, only disguised by healing. The pain before union intensifies because both souls are merging higher aspects. When you feel heavy, it's not regression, it's expansion. You're integrating light your body once couldn't hold. The ache is just light rearranging you. He's expanding too. The masculine energy awakens through disruption. He must first see what's false before he can embrace what's true. Every emotional wave he experiences now is a mirror of what you've already healed. You might notice that your manifestations are accelerating. Thoughts become reality faster. That's because the union frequency amplifies your power. The more you focus on love and gratitude, the faster energy aligns. Pain loses its grip in the presence of appreciation. He's feeling the magnetism intensify. Even if he doesn't reach out, he senses the pull, that unshakable urge to return. His logical mind fights it, but his soul recognizes it. And the soul always wins. The universe is reminding you both that love doesn't need chasing, it needs trusting. The pain before union is just the friction of two timelines merging, one of fear, one of faith. The more you choose faith, the faster the fusion happens. When you start to see signs in repetition, 1111, 555, feathers, songs, those are messages of movement. Energy is shifting. The breakthrough is forming. What you once begged for is now aligning naturally, without force. He may not be ready to speak yet, but his silence is sacred. It's his classroom, his temple, his initiation. Don't interpret silence as absence. Interpret it as becoming. Every day he grows quieter externally, his soul grows louder internally. The energy between you is sacred geometry, patterns repeating until harmony is found. Pain is just one of those patterns breaking. The universe repeats lessons until they transform into awareness. And awareness is what ends the cycle. Every time you choose to respond with love instead of fear, the grid between you stabilizes. You heal not only yourself, but the connection. Your calm is his clarity. Your forgiveness is his awakening. Your compassion is his compass. And so, when the pain rises again, as it will, greet it like an old friend. Whisper to it, I know what you are now. You're not punishment. You're prophecy. Because what once broke you is now birthing you. And that's why it spikes. Not to destroy you, but to remind you that the light within you was never meant to dim. It was meant to expand. Take a deep breath. Feel this moment as sacred, because it is. You were guided here for a reason, and the fact that you're still listening means your soul is ready to receive healing. Thank you for opening your heart and allowing this energy to flow through you. If this message touched something inside you, please give it a like. It helps YouTube recognize that this content matters, that souls like yours are awakening through it. Confirm you've received this message by writing Twin Flames Infinite Love in the comments. When you do, you send a wave of light back to the universe, affirming your readiness for alignment, peace, and divine connection. Don't let this be the last moment we share. There's more light waiting for you here. Join our community by subscribing and activating the notification bell, so every time a new message is released, your soul will feel it first. These transmissions are created for you, to remind you that you are never walking this path alone. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Let's breathe together. Inhale deeply, hold it, and exhale slowly. Feel the energy of love circling around you, clearing the heaviness, softening the ache, restoring calm. In this silence, whisper to your own heart, I am guided. I am loved. I am safe. Allow these words to vibrate through your being. With every breath, imagine the energy of your twin flame growing closer, not through chasing or longing, but through peace. This is how union begins, not outside, but within. May this energy continue to follow you even after the video ends. May it bring signs, dreams, and gentle reminders that love is already unfolding in your favor. And when you return, because I know you will, may you find even deeper truth waiting here for you. Until then, remember, your journey is sacred, your timing is perfect, and your heart is stronger than you think. Thank you for being here, beautiful soul. Twin Flames Infinite Love.